So hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kendra and you're watching KP Cam.
Look at that black girl. That black girl. Look at that black girl.
Okay y'all, so this is a very impromptu video. This is my first little mukbang. Before I start, please follow me on all my social media platforms. They'll be linked down in the description down below. Also subscribe to my channel and put on my post notifications because YouTube will not notify you when I post. Okay y'all, so this is a very impromptu video, y'all, and I'm honestly hungry, so I don't want to take too much talking and stuff. But I got my raggedy paper plates, and I got some spaghetti that my parents cooked last night, and I just added some cheese or whatever. This is leftovers, and I also hopefully y'all got a good look. So y'all, I'm just gonna start eating because I'm honestly hungry, and I don't want to hold y'all for too long. But yeah, y'all, comment down below if y'all put y'all pasta and noodles together from the jump and then serve it like it's already mixed, or do you have it separately and you put it together on your own, like on your own plate? Comment down below which one you do. Okay y'all, so I wanted to talk about the Netflix series, Netflix original series at that, The Way They See Us.
The way they see us.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Now, if you haven't watched it, please go watch it and then come back to this video because I'm gonna like spoil it. I mean, even though the story has already been told, like it's already been broadcasted, it's already happened. It's not like a make-believe story, it's a real life story, so you can definitely just look it up. But the visual of it on Netflix is definitely very important. Mm. Mm. So this was a story dated in 1989, which I think is pretty late in the game to still have such bad legal behavior. But then again, it's still going on now, so is it really? I don't know. I guess it was just surprising. Like, I just knew this story was going to be based maybe in like the 60s, maybe the 70s, but not the late 80s. Late 80s, and still wasn't finished. The complete story wasn't complete until in the 90s. Now, I'm not like a super woke person, but this story does like grind my gears, and I feel like not even just black people watching the series, any race watching this series should be disgusted at the government system and the law, judicial system, all of that. They should be flawed. And honestly, I should have looked into it, but I feel like the people, the attorney, well, maybe not the attorney, but obviously she was coerced in it, but the people that were pushing it, the detectives, all that stuff, they should go to jail. Period. They falsely accused 5 male minors and had them do time for something they didn't do with no evidence. So let me just go over what happened in that series. So the first episode, they like told the backstory of like how it all began and what like really happened. And I mean, it was just like a normal little night. And like, I feel like I've been in a situation where I've just been out like that. And honestly, I guess I could have got caught up in the mix of something like that if the police were as strict and biased to black people, then maybe I would have been caught up like they were. And I can only imagine how they felt like in a situation where you just keep on thinking like, I could have just went this way. I should have just went home, or I should have just did this. I should have just did that. And the situation would have been totally different. Now, all the boys came from a different background. A lot of them were very, just a mother in the home, but it was all different dynamics. None of them were bad children. Now, Corey had his past, but like nothing to the point where you would think he was a criminal. And this is why I think they were stupid, because why would you think a 15, 16-year-old would be capable, even if it was multiple people? Like, I just feel like their balls haven't even dropped to be talking about they raping a lady and beating her up. Like, and then what killed me was the whole Kevin situation, how they tried to say that the lady scratched his face. He had a whole black eye. This is like a lady scratched his face and the cop hit him in the face with the helmet. I just felt like he should have said that. But then again, you got to think realistically, like, who's going to believe that? You have detectives telling you what you did, trying to tell you what you did, even though you know you didn't do it. And you add in that the cops hit you. Like, I can understand why he didn't do it, but I just wish that detail would have been told. Yeah, honestly, they would have had a trial altogether. So all of them would have did the same trial. And they all had a chance to go up to the stand and tell what happened. Because the other boy had seen Kevin get hit in the face. So that could have been his alibi. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could have been like, put the pieces together of what really happened. And then none of them wanted to snitch on the actual guys that were actually beating up the bikers in the park, which blew me, because at that point I would have just been a snitch. Like, I'm a minor. Like, I don't know. I just felt like as a 15-year-old, I'm just going to tell you what exactly happened. Like, I'm not a grown man. I wasn't in the street, so it ain't like nobody clocking me for real. And if I told enough information, hopefully the guys that were actually doing, bad stuff in the park, if anything, they would go to jail. Or they would get some time or something where I can get my life together and be gone by the time they get back. So they basically were forced to give a false confession, no parental guidance, they were physically attacked. And then second episode, they went through the trials. And honestly, they had no evidence. Even the attorney, she knew it was wrong. She knew it was wrong. She felt like she was out there in the desert with no water because she didn't have any water. Okay? She had no evidence. Nothing to pin them on it. But them tapes was just too incriminating. But it didn't even add up. The tape was even sloppy. But since they had separate trials, I feel like they keyed in on certain people's videos. And of course they chopped it up. Episode, they talked about everybody had grew up in jail and how they got released and their backstory, but they never told about Corey, because Corey never went to juvenile. What is it? Juvie. He never went to juvie. He went straight to jail from jump, so nobody knew what happened to Corey until the 4th episode. I'm gonna be honest with you. 4th episode it took me out. Like, the other episodes had me pissed off, but the 4th episode really took me out. Like, we know how bad the jail system was at the time. And even now, it's probably not the best, but it's definitely better than it was back then. But to see it visually, like, wow. Corey. I just feel so bad for him. Like, I just feel bad. Because even the other guys were able to, you know, they were starting their lives. Like, they were rebuilding their lives. But Corey just did not want to lie. And I commend him for that. Because he didn't know. Corey didn't know that they was going to ever get exonerated. But he knew that he was going to, not to say die, but he knew that it wasn't worth being free if he was going to have to confess to something that was not true. And if anything, Corey had absolutely nothing to do with it. Like, out of all of them, they was caught. They was caught out in the park or out in the streets. Corey just came for support. Support, y'all. He was just being a good friend. And I'm glad that he could keep that on his conscience, knowing that he was a good friend, a good person. He never did nothing wrong to nobody. He was a good boy. Aside from him having some, I think he probably had some mental issues because they kind of was like, it's kind of putting that on him. I mean, I don't really know. But it was trying to give him like a mental situation where maybe he was like dyslexic or maybe some type of schizophrenia or something like that. But like, as a young person, that could have been, well, with his family situation, maybe not. But with some good acknowledging and care, he probably would have been straight. But yeah, that's something totally different. But I just felt like I commend Corey. Like, out of all of them, they all had their own situations, but Corey didn't have nobody. Like, and I feel like the mother, it kind of killed me how, like, she got herself together, she was got out of her mess, but then I just felt like she wasn't working toward, well, in the series, it didn't really show her working to get him out. Yeah, she was praying, and she had faith that he was gonna get out, but faith without work is dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe she should have been trying for like a retrial or something. But if Corey would have never stayed in there like he did, he probably wouldn't have crossed paths with the guy that was being spiritual as well to actually confess his crimes. And they never would have met if he didn't stay in there. Or if he didn't even transfer the times that he did, which really pissed me off. Somebody telling him he could transfer so he can get out of his situation. Meanwhile, every situation got worse and worse. He got farther and farther away from where he stayed. Him hallucinating and being abused. Not having no air conditioning. Being in solitary for years. Just because he just felt like being alone in a room was safer than congregating with the rest of the people. I'm glad by the end he actually started to like regroup and get with people like him and stuff like that, just so that he wouldn't have an extreme mental illness once he got out. Because it's hard to come back from that. And then he lost his brother, sister. It's just tough. The 4th episode just took me out. But when they got exonerated, I feel like that was well done. I just think it's tough that they didn't have a childhood. Like, I wish it would have happened years before that. Because just like Yusuf wanted to do something big in his life. Like, he just thought, okay, I did my time. Now I'm going to be able to do whatever I want to do. But, you know, being a felon and a sexual assaulter, it's not much you can do. It's not much you can do. And then, just like Raymond, whatever, however you say it, that's why he ended up back in jail. Because life is hard. It's hard. Okay? Especially because he had support from his dad, but not necessarily financial support or a good I want to say like role model. So like he was right back up in there, and I feel like if they didn't get exonerated, they wouldn't have progressed in the world like they would really want to, because they all had potential to do that. I just thought it was funny how at the end they showed like the real them, like not just the actors but the real them, and they just highlighted on them having a wife and kids and where they stayed. Like I just wanted to know their career, like what is their career right now since they were exonerated. And I do commend Corey for staying in New York, because I don't know if I could do that. Seeing where I got arrested and where everything went down, because everybody, as soon as everybody got out, they was talking about the park, and I just don't know if I could go back. I don't know if I could go back and live in that area where such turmoil happened. But I commend him. And what's it called? Who? I think it was Yusuf. Had 10 kids. 10 kids. And I wonder, did he tell them this story? Like, this is what I've been through. I'm your father. Da, 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 da. But 10 kids? Wow. But yeah, y'all, overall, I just feel like this series was so good. It was so well put together. I feel like it's a story that should be in the history books. But, you know, it shows how flawed the government is. So I'm pretty sure they wouldn't put it in a book. But I would really appreciate if they did, because it's something that everybody should know about. Because stuff like that still be going on. Maybe not to the first extent, because they put in laws so that does, like this is being displayed. So of course now, it's just like this can be displayed, they would make sure that certain laws would be put in so it wouldn't be to this furthest extent. But I'm pretty sure still some under the table deals going on. Yep. But yeah, I'm definitely glad they made it. I mean, you can read about this stuff, but seeing a visual of it is just well needed. Yeah, and I commend the actors. The actors, like as a kid, I don't know. I mean, obviously you just acting, but it's a big role to play. It's a big shoes to fill. It was just good, y'all. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's not sponsored. Just go watch it. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about it. I'm done with my food. I don't want to hold y'all no more. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you're not subscribed to my channel, I don't know what you're doing, sis, but I know you want to see more of me. Also, follow me on all my social media platforms. They'll be linked down in the description down below. And yeah, go watch the documentary, y'all. Comment down below if you already seen it and what you think and all that jazz. Let me know in the comments down below. If you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Do, sis.
You're broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out.